Hello and welcome to today's cryptocurrency technical analysis, where I have another absolute trading masterclass for you all this morning, where I am going to be going through this Bitcoin harmonic that you see on the screen, talking you through the rise and now the decline in price that we are seeing, and I will be talking you through this short position that I am currently in. This was a short position taken from the harmonic that I just showed you. Yes, we managed to long the lows, short the highs, once again, just controlling this market. That was a short position that I entered overnight while asleep. Woke up this morning to about $580 profit. Really nice, this is money that you make while you're sleeping. Nice to wake up to that. I'm hoping to make a little bit more. So let me talk you through this pattern that we have going on. It's just brilliant. It really, really, really is. So this is it's a bearish Gartley harmonic, okay? And let me tell you this, because I already know it's not the most beautiful pattern by any stretch of the imagination. But what do we want? What do we really want from trading? Do we want beautiful charts, or do we want to make money? I assure you we all want to make money. So this is why we have to recognize the signs. When's it a good time to long? Okay, when we're looking for the price to go up. When's it a good time to short? When we're seeing confluence and we're expecting price to go down. Those are the only two metrics that we're really caring about. We're caring about when price is going to go up and when price is going to go down. And if you can recognize those signs in advance, you're going to make money. It's as simple as that. And I have been showing you every single day. We've been doing this. We've been timing the lows and highs. So think back to yesterday's video. Okay, think back to yesterday's video. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It was another good one. I was saying to you, I was showing you once again the short position that I was in. And I was explaining to you what we're waiting for to switch these shorts into longs. Okay, so I have this on my Twitter account. When we reached those lows. So it would have been this one. Yeah. So you can see, after that video, we did see another decrease in price. So, you're welcome if you following along, because we saw that decrease in price. And as I was mentioning down here, my take profit one, again, I wasn't switching into a long at this point, but we're taking profits, okay? So when the price declines, we are not getting greedy, okay? Because guess what most people are going to do as price declines? They get so greedy. They see their really nice gains and they think, oh, it's going to go lower. I'm not going to close out here. I'm not going to take profits because the number's going up and number's going to keep going up. Well, guess what? That is not how trading works. You do have to be very, very planned and very controlled. Okay, so it's all about the psychology and the emotions in the market. And this is why I tell you, this is why I say it so many times. You're going to have people that show you technical analysis. You're going to have people that have pretty charts, and you're going to think, they have a pretty chart, they must be making money. Well, guess what? There is an absolute massive, massive, massive difference between sharing a pretty chart on Twitter or YouTube and actually having money on the line, actually making money consistently every single day. Every single day, I've been showing you $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 profit daily. And there is a big difference between making money and the pretty charts, because this is, think of this, when price is going down here, when price was getting that retrace yesterday, I was sat in a short position. Is my thought process, if you have no money on the line, it's easy to just, do nothing. But when you actually have money on the line, you have to make an informed decision at the time. And the informed decisions that I'm seeing here is it's a good time to take profits. Why? We ran the lows. Okay, so really simply, we ran that low. Okay, really slightly, but nevertheless, we ran the low. We ran into some liquidity there. So I'm going to take profits. But at that moment in time, I'm not switching my short into a long, because I'm not in the business of knife catching this. I'm in the business of making money, and I'm in the business of seeing confluence. I want the strongest, most highly probable trades. Okay, so think about it like this. Trading is a game of probabilities. Yes, you've seen me every single day nailing these moves. But guess what? I'm taking the highest probable trades. Okay, and if you're in my group, you'll know I talk about this every single day. We're all about context, and we're all about the probabilities in the trades. Okay, so we're not after these 50-50 trades. I don't want to take a trade if it's a 50-50 gamble. I want to take a trade when I have 80% probabilities in my favor, and that's exactly what I had last night. I had 80% setup. This is obviously this is 80% probabilities. I mean, who's not taking that trade? If you're not taking that trade, you don't know what you're doing, because it's a simple trade, So when we have these highly probable trades, that's when we take the trades, okay? We're not after this sort of knife catching the long at this moment in time. Although, yes, obviously in hindsight, and this is a great thing, isn't it? Hindsight. You can say, oh yeah, Daniel, you could have made more money if you longed there. Absolutely, I could have made more money. But guess what? The probabilities of longing here are much lower than if I had waited for the reclaim once again of the channel. And this is the thing, not hindsight. There's the post yesterday at around 6 p.m. You know, you go back and check the charts. These are timestamps. Back at yesterday, I was saying I took the long scalp. Okay, so I closed out my short, went into a long. Okay, I was asked, where's my take profit for the long? Take profit 9,190. So, and I'm also saying exactly the level that I want to hold, 9,060. So go back to this, you can see I was entering my long around here, and you can see we never lost 9,060. We come up, we hit take profit 1, and this is the thing, when it hits my take profit 1, again, price went a little bit higher than take profit 1, didn't it? We hit high around, 9,229. But if you I refer you to this one, that's when I was getting into my long. That's where I closed out that's where I closed out my long. So entered the long 9,100, closed out 9,218. That's where I was recognizing the harmonic, and that's where I literally closed out of the long, went into a short, woke up to this. Okay, $570 profit. That was last night. Okay, so you go again, like this is, I'm posting it all in advance in the group. I'm telling you exactly how I'm trading in the moment, real-time updates, the take profits. Yes, I haven't nailed the exact bottom, haven't nailed the exact top here, but I've got pretty close. And in terms of probabilities, that's what we're after in this game. We're after the most highly probable trades. Okay, so now let me talk you through a technical analysis. I've taught you through the theory of why I was short yesterday, why I took profits at that low, why I then switched my short into a long, why I then traded this long up to here, where I then switched that long into a short, every single one making money. And now I want to talk you through what I'm looking at now. So this is obviously a bit of a this is a bearish harmonic pattern where you reach D. Okay, so you reach point D. You have obviously from your X to your A to your B to your C to your D. When you hit point D, that's generally the high, and you're expecting a little bit of a movement down. But again, it's all about context. If you just start randomly trading the harmonics and you don't understand the proper theory behind them, it's very likely that you lose money. And I'm just putting that out there. So you have to really understand the whole market context behind this. Okay, so what am I saying here? I believe that this, again, is a good take profit area. Why? Because, let me show you this, we're going to be running into, I believe, yeah, so you've already ran into it. So the point of control of this range, this is, okay, we're below it at the moment, but nevertheless, one would use this as a take profit. Obviously, when I took my first profit this morning, I didn't realize that we were obviously going to go below it, but nevertheless, that is a good take profit. But we are now below that, by the way. So there you go. But nevertheless, these are sort of signs that you'd be looking for to say to yourself, like, are we going to be heading down lower? Are we reaching support? Is it a good time to take profit? Is it a good time to switch positions? So you've clearly seen what I've done. I mean, I've taken profit, but I haven't switched position. So I'm still in my short position, okay? And, what would I be looking for now? Where would I be looking for? Well, if I'm honest, I'm looking for lower prices at the moment. There's no reason for me at the moment to switch my short into a long. But there's obviously always this underlying context that we could have of this is a low, this is a high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high, this could be our higher low again, and then we continue the market structure like this, okay, and we make our way up to the monthly. So you have to always think in terms of obviously everything's possible in trading, so let's just get this out of the way. Everything is possible in trading, but is it the most probable? And that's the question that you have to be asking yourself, like, is it the most probable price from here goes up? Is it the most probable price from here goes down? That's what you need to be asking yourself before you enter every single trade. Acknowledge everything's possible. Price absolutely can go to 20k, price can absolutely go to 1k, but what's the most probable? And that's what we're after. We're after that question of answering to ourselves, what's the most probable in this market? Okay, so, I believe at the moment it's most probable that we head still further down, hence why I'm still in my short position. I haven't got a reason yet to really close out of this. I see that we've just lost the point of control. I see that I have 80% probabilities to hit the previous day value area low. So I've got no real reason at the moment to close out of this short. And obviously I'm very fortunate, or I suppose fortunate or just skilled, that I did get a short almost the high here. So I'm in a very fortunate position where I've taken profits on the short. And now if we come back and we regain market structure, I'm still going to make money even when I'm wrong. And I think that's the thing that most people struggle to comprehend. That in trading, you can be wrong on your trading ideas. And if you sensibly take profit, if you get an original good entry, even when you're wrong, you can make money. Okay, just think about that. Even when you're wrong, you can make money. How is that? it's all coming down to the emotions and the acceptance of being wrong. Okay, if I was in this short right now and I see price start going up and I don't get out of my short possibly early, I don't put a stop loss, I think to myself, I'm in this trade and I'm going to be right. Price is going to where I'm going to say it's going, and if it doesn't, I'm just going to hold on to the trade. That's how you lose money. So how can I be wrong on this idea where I believe price is going lower and still make money? I can still make money and be wrong on my idea by, for instance, taking profit when it hit that point of control. As price comes up and I start to see strength, I can just take a stop loss, for example. And because I've taken profits, it's going to be, it's going to be almost break even, to be honest with you. But I can have still made a tiny percentage of money there or lost nothing. And that's the whole idea behind trading. You do want to reach a level in your trades where you just have this confidence, where you just have this sort of, almost a flow, almost like just a connection with the charts. Okay. And it's really difficult to explain. It's like one of these things that, honestly, experience is so necessary. But you do reach this level where you just have a full-on connection with the charts. I'm foreseeing almost I don't want you to think this is like crazy or stuff, but you do get this kind of connection where you can almost foresee when price is going to turn around. When I'm sort of like saying about these longs, obviously price could have gone down, but it's kind of like the confluences, the probabilities, they're in your favor, and it's just more likely, higher probabilities that you do these things. So I suppose that's what I wanted to bring you to. So, I'm expecting lower prices at the moment. And so in terms of a technical analysis here, it's kind of the same levels that we've been looking at for the last month. Still we got monthly resistance 9339. Okay, so monthly, just write it down. Don't forget it. 9339, resistance of the monthly. You break this, I think you're looking up to 9,425. These levels are still the same as the levels that I've been mentioning for a long time now, because the range is still almost the same. We're still in the same range, so my levels aren't going to suddenly change. So I'm still looking at 9339. I'm still looking at 9425. I'm still looking at 9,500 as resistance. Locally here, my next level that I'm looking for is still going to be 9,065. This is still our support. Give it a little bit of a front run, maybe 9,070, but this region is still support. This is still our channel, okay? And you might think this is now, isn't it? This is like a little range within our bigger term time frame, higher term time frame range, okay? So it's all about remembering where you are, where you've come from. And I suppose that's a good meaning in life as well. Remember where you've come from. But this is all part of our higher term time frame range, okay? And yeah, I'm a day trader. I like to trade these lower term time frames, but I'm still remembering the context of the higher term time frame. So, with that in mind, the levels that I'm trading from a technical analysis perspective are still, I still believe that we can get this push higher. Okay, maybe we're going to get this drop first, which obviously I would prefer because I'm in the short right now, and I would say a little bit of more of a drop before we could then potentially look higher. And it's the same as I'm saying yesterday. I'm in my short position right now, and I will happily switch this short into a long when I see a sign of strength. So I'm not trying to time the bottom. I'm waiting for the chart to prove to me that it wants to go higher. That's what I done yesterday. That's when I took that long and the chart did go higher. Okay, so I'm waiting for that evidence. I'm waiting for that sign of strength, and then I will happily trade with the chart. Okay, so today's video has been a little bit different. It hasn't been so focused on the technical analysis, if I'm honest here. It's kind of been more of a educational, get into my brain kind of view. And I thoroughly hope that you appreciate that, because it is honestly a privilege. You're watching right now the greatest trader on crypto, like period. Like who else is showing you the evidence every single day? Every single day I'm doing this. Okay, we're making profits consistently. We're growing the account. We've now done 15,000 in a week since we created this account, which is like now 8-9 days. We've done $15,000 profit on the challenge account. This is just the challenge account that I created to record these trades. I mean, who else is doing this right now? Nobody, period. So it's obviously insanely, I hope that you appreciate me sharing my time with you, because it is kind of a privilege. So, that's the technical analysis. That's what I'm looking at. And I truly hope that you've taken notes. You've taken notes of why we ask ourselves before we take a trade. Take away from this video, before you take every trade, ask yourself, is this the most likely? What's the probability of this happening? Okay. How do we work out probabilities? Again, it's probably for another video, but you have to start to record statistics. You have to start to journal your trades. You ask me, Daniel, how are you so confident in your own abilities? The reason I have confidence is not because I'm a confident guy. It's not because I'm good on camera. My confidence in trading comes from my own abilities. It comes from my own skills, and it comes from the experience and evidence that I have in my trading abilities. I can prove to myself over time I can do this daily. I have every setup that I like to take. I have the probabilities of that working out. Okay, so for example, the trade that I'm trading at the moment, I know it has an 80% probability of playing out. Okay, I know when we reach a CC to a weekly, we're looking at highly probable trades. Every setup that I take, and I have a criterion for trades that I'm taking, I have statistics over the past 10 years of, obviously not on cryptocurrency, but across other markets as well. I have the probabilities of how often my trades work out. So my confidence in, being asleep and taking these shorts, seeing these longs, playing out exactly as I would expect. Funny comment there. I don't know how you keep doing it, but you just keep doing it. And this is the thing. I'm doing it every single day, but, I'm doing it because I have the statistical edges. I know exactly what I'm trading before I trade it, and I know exactly what I'm looking at. So another takeaway, I suppose, is journaling and statistics are highly useful. That's how I get my confidence, because I've seen this setup play time and time and time and time and time again. So it's not just like I'm randomly trading these things to randomly trade. I'm in this to crush these charts. I'm in this now as a mentor to show you that this is possible. I could just not do a challenge account. I could just trade on my primary account where I'm obviously making a lot more money, but I'm doing this one to really prove to you. I'm happy to share this account. I don't care if someone hacks it. Well, I suppose I do care. That's the wrong words, but I'm doing this challenge account to freely show you that, this is doing this every day. And I hope that you can take the inspiration from this video. I hope you can see that there's finally someone in the cryptocurrency space that is transparent enough to show every single trade. When I take a loss on this, I'm going to be absolutely more than happy to share this. More than happy. I don't want you to think that I'm going to have 100% win rate through this. But when I take a big loss, I will more than happily share this with you, okay? And I do believe that will also make for a good video. And I truly understand that you want to see me take a big loss, because then I can give you the educational reasons behind that loss. So, why did I take that loss? How did I manage that loss? I'll be more than happy to do that when a big loss comes on this account. But I'm more than happy to do this. But the reason I'm doing this challenge account is for the transparency, so you can see that it's real. There's no one else in this space doing the gains that I'm doing daily, and I hope that I hope that you enjoy this. I honestly do, and those are the levels that I'm looking at. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let's remind ourselves one more time. So takeaway, if you're here for the analysis and you're not here for my ramblings, then once again, we're looking at 9339 resistance, 9225, 9500, and 25. You get above that, we're looking up for around 9900, 10k. On the downside, you've got 9000, 9070-ish as support. Below that, you are looking still down for this 9000, 8950. Below that, I still think you got 8,705. So I'm not saying we're going here. I'm giving you the levels, and I'm leaving that up to you now. You got to make your own decisions. This video is not being financial advice. It has been educational video only. So no financial advice here. Do your own research. Do your own trades. Trade how you want to trade. If you want the guidance, or you want to know how I'm trading in sort of real time, you can see, I'm updating this, seconds after I take those trades. People asking, giving, take profits. If you want that sort of guidance, as well as primarily, fully getting into my brain, fully understanding the theory behind these trades, then obviously you can sign up for the mentorship, and I'll be more than happy to teach you. And I love it. I love this, and I hope that you can see my passion that I have for trading, and now obviously passion for teaching. I love to see the messages of people like, Daniel, you're changing my life. Like, period. More and more people are saying this every day now, and it's brilliant to see. So it's a pleasure to share. And obviously here on YouTube, I'm sharing this, hopefully the passion, inspiration that you can get from these, these trades. And isn't it a wonderful feeling? Isn't it just, I guess for me anyway, it's a wonderful feeling when you can nail these markets to the highs, and it's not so much about the money, but it is just the feeling of being right. I've said it once and I've said it again. I'm a highly competitive person, and for me to nail these trades, I absolutely love it. And I suppose then I do get a bit of a buzz from sharing this on Twitter and YouTube, but that's just me, and I apologize for that if you don't like it. But You know, this is my channel. I'm going to do what I want. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you've understood this harmonic. So just, I guess I'll explain this really, really quickly because I've been 20 minutes, too long. You know, this harmonic is obviously all from Fibonacci. Okay, so when you look at B, you can see here we're coming up to around a 786, 618. You drop down to the 0.5 and then you drop, you come back up to the 786. So we get this harmonic from Fibonacci. Okay, and this is why I love harmonics, because they're based off of Fibonacci. So we're looking at time and we're looking at price. You see factors like time and price coming together. So again, it's not just getting the entry, it's timing the entry. Because imagine you shorted here, Well, then guess what? You get stopped out as you take the last highs. So you have to time these entries. Again, let's imagine you took the long here and then you get stopped out. So you have to be able to time the entries. It's not just about getting the right price. It's about getting the right price and then timing the entry correctly. Because if you don't time the entry, you're going to still lose money. So even if you're right on your idea, if you do not get the correct entry timing, then you're going to get stopped out before price moves in your way. How many times have you seen that you thought price was going to go down, but you enter your short, you get stopped out, and then price goes down? You've seen it time and time again because you don't time your entries, I suppose. So it's important. Hope that you've enjoyed this video. It's not been so much a technical analysis, I suppose, but I've given you my key levels that I'm still trading off of today. And I'm making money off of these levels daily, so I hope that you appreciate those ones. And then I've given you some insights into how I've traded this over the last 24 hours, why I was looking at this harmonic. Yeah, this was obviously when I was posting it on Twitter. That new harmonic emerged that I was liking the look of. And yeah, there you go. I suppose you can read. These are comments from people in the group, and the members speak for themselves. I don't need to shell it so much. You can ask any member. They're all going to absolutely love it, because how can you not love it when I'm literally just teaching you a recipe to just make money, give yourself financial freedom, change your own life, and not just your own life, but the life of your family. It's powerful. Trading is powerful. You put in the time, you put in the effort. There's absolutely no reason why you can't be making this money daily like I am as well. So yeah, hope that you've enjoyed this one, and yeah, thank you so much. Cheers, have a good day, and yeah, enjoy the trading, and yeah, thank you and goodbye. Bye.